Okay, picture this. You're deep in the sweltering, mist-covered jungles of the Congo River Basin. It's one of the last truly wild places on Earth. And for centuries, a legend has persisted here, a story that's baffled everyone from local tribes to modern-day scientists. It's the legend of the Mokele Mbembe.
Right off the bat, the name itself is incredible. In the local Lingala language, Mokele Mbembe translates to one who stops the flow of rivers. Just think about that for a second. It's a name that screams immense size and terrifying power.
And this powerful name leads to an even more powerful question, one that has fueled expeditions for over 100 years.
So what are we really talking about here? Is this some kind of relic from a lost world, a literal living dinosaur hiding out from the 21st century? Or is it a powerful myth, a story that represents something much, much deeper? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into.
Okay, so before we jump into the expeditions and the evidence, what is the story? What do the local legends actually say about this river stopper?
At its core, the Mokele Mbembe is a creature from local folklore. It's said to live in the Congo's massive network of rivers and swamps. Its whole identity is tied to the water, and its supposed ability to just command it.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The descriptions are remarkably consistent, no matter which tribe you talk to or which generation is telling the story. They all describe something huge, about the size of an elephant, with a very long, flexible neck and a powerful tail. They say it's a plant eater that spends most of its time in the water, and yeah, that it looks a heck of a lot like a sauropod dinosaur.
Of course, stories that juicy don't stay in the jungle forever. These descriptions sparked a very real search, a hunt for a creature that, by all scientific accounts, just shouldn't exist.
The spark really caught fire in the early 1900s. By the middle of the century, you had full-blown expeditions of cryptozoologists from all over the world heading into the Congo. And today, well, the search is still on. People are going in with modern gear, but that jungle, it's just as vast and unforgiving as it's always been, and it remains the single biggest challenge.
And this right here, this is the whole problem in a nutshell. On one side, you have all these tantalizing claims, stories of giant footprints in the mud, strange disturbances in the water, shadowy figures seen for just a second. But on the other side, a total lack of hard proof. No bones, no bodies, no clear photos, nothing that science can actually sink its teeth into.
So this evidence gap drops us right into the middle of the big debate. Let's take a look at the arguments from both sides of the aisle.
All right, so first up, what about the people who truly believe there's something out there? What's their case?
Well, believers point to three main things. First, that incredible consistency in eyewitness accounts we talked about, spanning different tribes and even different centuries. Second, the sheer size of the Congo Basin. It is one of the last great unexplored wildernesses on the planet. And third, they kind of turn the question around on you. In a place that vast and dense, is it really so impossible that a creature like this could stay hidden?
Okay, but then you've got the other side of the coin, the skeptics, whose arguments are really grounded in science and what we know about the world.
So, skeptics will tell you that these sightings are probably just misidentifications. Maybe it's an elephant swimming with its trunk held up like a periscope, or a really big monitor lizard. They also point out that a deep, dark jungle is the perfect breeding ground for myths and folklore. But their trump card, the most powerful argument they have, is the simplest one. After more than a century of searching, there is still zero physical evidence. None.
So, when you get right down to it, whether Mokele Mbembe is a real animal or not, that might not even be the most interesting part of the story. The real question is, why does this legend have such a powerful grip on all of us?
Maybe the Mokele Mbembe isn't just about zoology. Maybe it taps into something deeper in us, this fundamental human desire to believe that the world isn't all mapped out, that there are still ancient secrets hiding just out of sight, things too wild to be captured by a satellite or explained by science.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? In an age where it feels like we've got an answer for everything, maybe the jungle hasn't given up all of its secrets. Maybe there are still genuine mysteries out there, waiting in the deep water.
And so, the Mokele Mbembe remains, a river stopper, an enduring mystery. It's unseen, it's unproven, and yet, it's a story that absolutely refuses to die. It lives in that space between what we know for sure and what we desperately hope might still be true. It's a reminder that some corners of our world might still be holding on to their secrets, just waiting patiently perhaps to be discovered.